I really enjoy your guys' show just because you guys talk about like technical things to do with knife making and stuff, and that's more enjoyable than just the general bullshitting and talking about whatever.
So are you saying that we're the number one podcast on this German-infested planet?
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Awesome.
This is Ben from Common Knives, and you're listening to the High Carbon Podcast.
Welcome everybody to the High Carbon Podcast. We are trying out some new software today. I think that was really loud, Albert. You're gonna have to fix that.
Yes, I will.
Afterwards. Yeah. So we got a guest with us, but first we're gonna talk a little bit about our week. Paulius, I haven't heard from you in forever. You must be busy. There's no chat going on at all on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm buried deep down in work, and you know what I'm going to say. Oh my god, I was fucking muted.
You're such a
I'm like,
professional.
blah blah blah. I'm like, hey, it's new software. I'm like, blah blah blah. But I said, oh my god, I just said, you know what I'm going to say. I cannot talk about it. Sadly, I am buried in work. Many calls. I counted how many phone calls I had on Monday. It was 14, and it was too many for me just to deal with shit. I had a video call with some Americans today, and that is just what I can tell you about it. But yeah, it's cool. Yeah, maybe it will work out, maybe not. But it's very bad content for the podcast to say. I cannot talk about it.
But here's what we could do, Paulie. You could give like a small hint every week.
Yeah, I cannot give hints. They will bend my arm. I cannot give hints.
Not even a small one.
I mean, I should read my NDAs. Then if I want to give
you should definitely
you
read
should
those
have
first.
you should have done that. Yeah.
Yeah, but to be precise. But the hint is there are some NDAs.
Ah, okay, good, nice. Yeah, that's a hint.
Next week I will try to prepare something more interesting. But yeah, so sorry guys.
But did you have to sign an NDA? Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That counts.
2 NDAs.
In general, Instagram's been pretty quiet. I haven't heard a lot from the people that usually message me all the time. I think everybody's been busy in the start of the new year, which is good. Means there's a lot of work going on, or at least in the works. Yeah, my week I didn't do a whole lot. I've been working on we just finally got all the steel ordered for the Edge of Hope project we're going to do this year from Dama Steel. So they're putting together some round bar and some flat stock for the makers we chose. And been working with my daughters doing like before you graduate here in Austria, you got to do like a final year project. So she's working on casting her own pendant for a necklace. So there's a whole bunch of different steps and processes involved. And so far we've got this UV resin printed out. So the necklace pendant is all printed out, and then you have to make like this form out of wax to hold it. And this form, if you picture like a tree, so the trunk goes up and then all the branches that hold on to the pendant itself, and you put it into a concrete form. It's a special kind of concrete, and then you put it in the oven and burn all that stuff out. You burn the UV resin out, and you burn the tree that you made, and that tree becomes like the spot that you would pour the gold or the silver, whatever you're going to make the pendant out of. So that's the step we're at right now. And yeah, it's pretty cool, but she's got to document it all and take pictures and stuff. And most of the stuff I had at home already, but we just ordered a small like melting furnace off of the internet, so we can melt down some silver. See how much silver she's got, old jewelry and shit, or else we'll make it out of copper or something. But the plan is silver. We'll see how it goes. I've never done any of that stuff, but it's interesting.
That's extremely interesting. Does she have already a design that she wants to make? Is it like finalized?
So she had to like use one of these 3D design programs and designed the 3D print itself, and then we printed it in on a regular printer just to test that out and see what the details and stuff look like. And then we borrowed a friend of ours who's like really into 3D printing, and he's got a resin printer. So we borrowed the resin printer and figured that thing out. That's a whole nother thing to try and figure out in itself, like all the settings, and then using UV resin. It's in like this. It looks like a 3D printer, but it's completely covered up. Obviously, because if it was in the light, the ink would harden on you. And it's just like you pour this resin into a bath, and as it's printing, it pulls it out of the resin. If you can imagine it, it's weird. I don't know if you've ever seen them used before.
It's like growing from the resin itself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One question is like, did your daughter ever do any like design work in like 3D before?
Yeah, she's done a lot of work with the 3D printers before. They have a class in school where they learn how to, I don't know what the program's called. It's not AutoCAD, but something like that where you can draw your own thing and then put it into step files.
Oh, so yeah, because learning that from scratch just for the last project would be something else.
No, she's been doing that over the years, but she always picks like the most difficult thing. You could have done anything for a project. It really didn't matter. I think the purpose is to like just track your progress as you go and take pictures and stuff. So she decided to start something that she's never done before. It's got like a million steps to it and all these machines you need to get it done, but it's going. I think it'll be cool when it's finished. Yeah.
Many skills to learn. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, she's been doing jewelry stuff for a while, but never these cast, whatever you would call it, cast forming or form casting. Or
did she ever make any jewelry for you, like knife material rings or something like that?
No, she's done a lot of work with silver and like setting stones and stuff into rings. She's made a lot of rings, coin rings. I think it started with the coin rings because I had most of the stuff in my shop already for it. I bought a bunch of it like years ago and never made anything with them. So she stole all that stuff from me.
Well, it's at least coming into use.
What about how about Albert? What have you been doing this week?
We had a forging class with 12 students, 3 days over the weekend, and we had a guest smith at our shop, Hans Jan, who did a bit of forging. And other than that, I was grinding hooks and hollows all week and did shitloads of hand sanding.
Hooks and hollows.
Hooks and hollows, yeah. Like hook grind chef knives with the hollow on the opposite side. And I had to make hand sanding blocks for sandpaper with a convex shaped.
Yeah.
Because we finally got the radius platen you sent us for the
Yeah.
Revolution grinder, and it works awesome. It gets a bit hot when grinding.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's great. So it worked out pretty well.
About the hook grind, if you are hand sanding the blade,
Yeah.
how do you hand sand the hook itself?
It sucks. Let me tell you that. I use die maker stones to hand sand the hook because die maker stones have these sharp corners. Of course, the sharp corners get rounded off pretty quickly, so you have to re-true them somewhat so that you have a sharp corner again. And I use the thing that comes with the Tormac to true up the corners of the die maker stones. So this works pretty well.
You use the brick.
The brick, yes. The brick, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So is that for a special order or just something new you're trying?
It's not new because I've done some before, but now I fell into this hook grind hole. If you start something new, at least with me, I'm very easily overexcited about something new. So I made like 5 or 6 chef knives with hook grinds and hollow grinds because I like them so much. I made one for myself and I bought one from Merchant back in the days. So and that's why I'm doing so many of these now, because I like them a lot. And they look pretty nice with a laminate, as Kumai chevron on the outside and apex core, because on one side you have this hook and you see most of the chevron pattern, and on the other side you see a lot of core because of the shallow hollow grind. So that looks pretty awesome. So the two sides almost look completely different because the hook is only on one side, right? So
yeah. In our last episode, I think we had Ben Camone on, and he talked a little bit about the J-hook, which is is that what got you started, or were you already working on it?
No, I was already working on it last week. I made one for myself to test like a month ago or something.
You mentioned your chevron pattern, and I think I talked about it last week, but that didn't air because we lost audio. The knife that you made for last year's charity project made it into Knife Magazine. So they chose 2 knives and then did a little article about us. And yours was one of the pictures that they picked. So that was
I saw
cool.
that, yeah. And the other one was the knife Eric Gullickson made, right?
Right, yeah. And the weird thing from the Knife Magazine is when you put an ad in the magazine, they send you like one really quickly. So I got one magazine, and then like today, like a week later, I got another magazine saying that my subscription was renewed, and then another one saying that the article I sent them made it into the magazine. So I got copies of 3 of them. So I'll send you one.
Perfect. Thanks. It's a shame they didn't mention the makers though, who made the. I mean, they have these 2 pictures in there, but it said nowhere said like one was made by us and the other one was made by Eric. So no one knows who made these knives. But yeah.
Yeah. They listed all the makers, but like you said, they didn't. It should have been on the picture in there, like in the corner or something. At least Salzburg Messerschmitt or Eric Gullickson. But what are you gonna do next time, right? Next time.
Yeah.
So our guest this week, he's been on once before. It's been quite a while, I think, a little over a year. We want to hear all about his new power hammer, and I think he's got a new surface grinder, and maybe talk about getting a special edition of the High Carbon Podcast beer for Knife Show Austria. So welcome Gabe Fletcher to the show.
Welcome.
Oh, that's one way to corner me. Yeah, how's it going?
Good. Tell us about this power hammer from my hometown of Boston that you got. This thing's a beast.
Yeah, your hometown 110 years ago, I think.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah. I think it is. It's like 103 years old now. I bought it from Will Stelter about 2 years ago, and he was in the process of picking up Alex Steele's shop not too far from his house, and he had a big power hammer in there, and I had reached out to Chris Cash. I was looking for a larger hammer to do, mainly to do stainless steel, but it's also great for doing just regular carbon steel. But I needed a lot more power to do the stainless steel, those big billets and stuff. So, I picked up that along with a 120-ton coal iron ore express, and it took a long time. He had a lot of issues with it. He never really got it dialed in. His original plan was he was actually going to drive it up to Alaska, all fixed up, and he was going to bring Alex Steele with him, actually, and we were going to go bear hunting and install it while he was here and stuff. But just life got busy, so I ended up sending it off to this guy named Kevin Willey. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Albert, but he's kind of like the Baudry expert in the U.S. He rebuilds them and stuff, and so I sent it off to him, and he reconfigured it, because before it used to have like this giant steel structure to the left of the hammer, and that's what housed the pulleys and the main motor and stuff, and it was like 15 feet up in the air. It just took up a lot of room, and Kevin mounted the whole system to a 2-inch steel plate, and then he mounted the motor and the pulley system right behind it. So it's all one unit now. So, and then he redid the whole thing, got everything dialed in, so it's working perfectly, did a bunch of machine work, and then created it up, and I had it picked up by a shipping company and brought it here. And the cool thing is that it was like we took it off, installed it, and it was ready to go. It was like done deal. So that really made it. I mean, I had a lot of cleanup work to do, and I did a lot of little detail work just to make it look, really nice, repainted it and all that. But yeah, it's an incredible machine. It's definitely one of the nicest hammers I've ever seen, and it's just to see that thing run is I love the mechanical hammers. They just look so cool when they're running, and it's really smooth. Has giant dies. Just the surface area is just insane on it. So for forging out billets and that kind of thing, big bars, it does amazing work.
Yeah, I have to admit, when I was watching you on Instagram, that little video you put on there, I wasn't like even watching what you were doing. I was watching those gold wheels spin. It just looks, it's pretty nice
Yeah.
looking with all the mechanics running.
Yeah, no, it's totally incredible. So I haven't really had a chance to work it to its full potential yet. I've just been really busy. I've been traveling a little bit lately, and I had a bunch of other things I needed to finish. So, but yeah, before I got there, we had cut a hole in the ground and put 3 feet of concrete underneath it, and just got everything ready for it. Ran on all the electrical before I got there, and so it went in pretty quick. I think we had it running in a week or something like that.
Have you made any changes to the foot pedal in the video? The foot pedal looks like you lift your leg up pretty high with that thing.
Yeah, I just lowered it a little, and I made some adjustments to the I can't even remember what it's called. It's another small wheel that engages the belt. So I just made some adjustments to that angle and also the foot pedal itself, and yeah, it's pretty comfortable. I may in the future install like a sort of like a step down from the main pedal, so I don't have to have my foot up so high. But I don't know. There's a bolt there kind of that I rest my foot on, so and then I can just run it with my heels. So it's actually pretty comfortable, but still getting used to it a little bit.
But what's the ram weight on this machine? It looks massive.
It's 400 pounds, so I don't know what that is in kilos, but it's a big boy for sure.
That's why it's called a Baudry 400, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. So 400 pounds, and it's 181 kilograms. So that's massive.
What does that compare to the hammers that you have, like your biggest hammer?
Our biggest hammer is 150, so that's heavier than our biggest hammer.
Yeah.
150 is 330 pounds.
Yeah, it's a big boy for sure. There's only a small handful of them out there. It's a pretty rare hammer. You just don't see them in that size. I do have another Baudry. It's a 150-pound ram weight, so a little less than half. I'm still finishing that one up. I bought it from a guy, and he promised that it was running perfectly, but it wasn't. So I'm actually flying Kevin Willie up here to help me get it dialed in. But that one I'm going to set up with permanent rounding dies. And so that way, because I have another 100-pound Anyang with just little flat dies on it. But I have rounding dies for that too. But I kind of want to just leave that one with flats, and then I'll have the big flats on the big Baudry, and then the drawing dies on the 150-pound. I think it'll be a good combination.
What was wrong with the machine?
There was something going on where it was binding and creating heat on the main bearing.
Okay.
So there was some sort of twisting that was happening, and it was just enough that it would heat that bearing up, and it would actually seize it. It would stop moving until it cooled down again. So then I had remachined the bearing and got everything true, but I think it's actually the springs and the rollers inside the springs that have a slight twist to it, possibly, that's creating the binding. Either that, or it's the pitman arm is slightly off center. So I was kind of messing around with a bunch of different scenarios, and I kept messing around with it, and I was like, man, this, how sometimes you go down a road and you just sort of like miss something and you just get deeper and deeper and you start creating more problems. So
Yeah.
I decided to stop, and Kevin had just finished mine up, and I was like, I'm gonna fly Kevin up here. He'll look at it in like 10 minutes and he'll have it figured out. So sometimes it's worth having someone come in to speed things up and
Yeah.
get someone that knows these machines too, because this is the first time I've ever owned, one of these Baudrys, and they can be finicky if you don't know what you're doing. A little bit different than the mechanical hammer, or not mechanical, but the fully contained hammers.
So is it Baudry like a relatively common machine in the US, or?
I wouldn't say common. A lot of people call them like the Cadillacs of the power hammers. They're like, they just run real smooth and they're like real reliable and stuff. But you don't see a lot of them out there. You might see like, I only know of like 20. I'm sure there's more, but they're really rare. You just don't find them. They end up sitting, in the back of someone's shop, rusting out over the years or something like that, But I feel super fortunate to have one, especially the 400-pound, because it's just such a rare size. Like I've never seen one before. I don't know anybody that has one in that size. I'm sure they're out there, but I just have never seen one.
So you probably had to do some major electrical upgrades, or did you already have enough power in the shop?
No, I have enough power in the shop. I mean, luckily the forge is at the brewery, so we have a lot of power here. So we didn't have any problem having extra power for it. And we have 3-phase as well. So it was all set up. I mean, it has a massive motor on it. I think it's like a 15 horse motor or something.
So is this your favorite hammer now? The big one?
Oh, of course. I mean, the thing is, it's just like, you can't forge knives on it. It's just too big. So it's great for forging, big chunks of steel. It's super smooth, and like you can get it so it's just barely tapping. Like it has like a lot of control in
nice.
in how much, you've probably seen those pictures where they close a matchbook, with it or something like that. It could probably do that. I have the height set up on it right now, so it's like if you're going full tilt, it's maybe it never actually hits the bottom die. So it's
Okay.
sort of made to go down to like 3/4 of an inch or something like that at its lowest. So you never have to worry about it like slamming into the bottom die.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah. So you can adjust the height of the
Yes.
ram, or how does it work? Do you adjust the height with the bottom die then?
No, you adjust the height with the ram. There's these little teeth, and you pull out this key, and then you just adjust the height wherever you want it. But you adjust the height. You basically set the height where you want it on the bottom die with like a spacer, and then you turn the wheel up top, and that'll pull the pitman arm out of the main ram, and then you put the key back in, and it'll lock into place.
Oh, that's cool. Because on a self-contained power hammer, like an air power hammer, like a Bechet or a nasal, I think you can't adjust the height. So that's very, as far as I know.
Yeah, and those just, they go right down to 0, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, which is dangerous if you do classes and the student doesn't stop and hits the bottom die with the top die.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I couldn't imagine if slamming into that bottom die with a 400-pound, it would be it'd be a little much. I mean, that thing, it like shakes the floor and shit when you're running it. It's pretty intense. it like scares people when they come in and I show them. They're just like, holy shit.
It looks so awesome because it looks like an old industrial machine. Like
It is.
I know that it is, but still.
But I think, you know, I think the cool thing about those machines is you picture them back in the day, and you know, there's
exactly, yeah.
There's like a giant shaft that runs the whole length of the shop, and and that thing is turning all the time, and it's running off of a water wheel or something like that outside, and then you're engaging the hammer, you know, from each hammer individually is engaging off of that main shaft, and I think it would be really cool to have a setup like that. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anybody do that in Europe or anything, but it'd be pretty amazing to see in person.
Yeah, we had a guest on that had an older shop where everything was run. Yeah, I think he said he even had some mills and stuff that were all run off a belt drive system like that.
Yeah, I've
It was
seen
interesting.
them. Yeah, they have, you know, all the drills, everything mills, different kinds of sanders. Have you ever seen those, Albert? Have you seen those old hammers that it's like a big old like beam, a wooden beam that comes out?
Yes.
And
yeah, it runs like on a camshaft. Yeah, those are crazy.
Yeah, those things scare the crap out of me. They just look like they're going to come apart.
Yeah, it's like a telephone pole with a hammer on the end of it.
Yeah. It looks very caveman for sure. I mean, mine sort of feels like it's going to come apart as well. You definitely got to like, when it's after I run it, I kind of go around and I just check the bolts and just like make sure everything's
Didn't shake the whole shop apart.
Yeah, because I couldn't imagine something flying off of that thing. There's so many moving parts exposed. It's just kind of, I mean, I don't think about it that much, but I'm aware of it, and I feel like you have to be, otherwise you could get yourself into trouble.
That's what makes it look so cool, all these moving parts, because compared to like a normal self-contained power hammer, there's not that many parts that are moving, but with your power hammer there's like wheels spinning, like 4 wheels or something. So that's pretty amazing. Yeah.
And the crazy thing is when you see that shaft, it's basically running like a you know, like a motor, you know, just the way it you know, it follows the wheel around, so it's like moving side to side and up and down at the same time. It's like a piston and a rod in a motor, so that makes it even more sort of like scary looking and cool at the same time.
I think Will Stelter has a few videos up on YouTube where he works on a machine, right?
Oh, he has a ton of videos, probably like 10 of them.
Yeah.
And it goes, that's one cool thing about this hammer. I have like all this like video of him redoing it from the very start to the, like where he picked it up in California, put it on a trailer, brought it home, cleaned it, machined the bearings, like drove to Florida to machine another bearing. I mean, it was just all this crazy work that he did to the machine, and it took him forever. And it also showed all the struggles. Like he never really got the hammer running 100%. And luckily Kevin was there to get things dialed. And he got that thing just purring. It just runs so well.
That's so cool. Now I have free video documentary about your hammer from Will.
Yeah, for sure. He even has a video of him taking it out of his shop and talking about how it's going to be, and they're loading it up on the truck, and then it shows up at Kevin Willie's, and then Kevin's unloading it. And so I have like this huge like video kind of story of at least its new life, you know.
Do you know the total weight of the machine?
It's about 11,000 pounds. So again, I don't know.
11,000 pounds. So it's 5 tons. Yeah, metric tons. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not too heavy for
right.
for a hammer that size.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy.
No, but I mean, for a power hammer that size, that's not too heavy, I think. 5 tons?
Just over 5.5 tons, yeah. I mean, it seemed heavy to me.
No, it's a heavy machine. Yeah, but there's
What does that compare to for your machine, Albert, for the Pichet and
our
weight?
Pichet is like 6.5 tons. So that's
It's probably like that's 12,500 pounds.
14,000 pounds.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
So the difference is probably in your anvil because you have your anvil separate, right? That's why the weight difference. I think you said Chris Cash built the motor setup for you with the wheels running it.
No, that was Kevin Willie. Chris Cass, I had got a hold of him because he kind of has his ear on the pulse of like hammers and stuff, and who's selling and who's letting go of things. And I had called him to see if he knew anybody that had a Beaudry, and he said, "Hold on one second," and then he called me back in like 5 minutes. He said, "Will's got his 400-pound. He's selling," and I already knew Will. And so he called me and he was like, "Yeah, man." He had a hard time selling it. He was just like, "Man, I don't know. I've gone through a lot with this hammer, and it's just such a cool hammer." But he was starting his new business, and he needed the money, and he knew he wasn't really going to be using it that much because he was going to be at that other shop, and I think that they had like a 300-pound Chambersburg there, so they were kind of already set for hammers. So, and he still hadn't had that thing running, and it was going to cost a lot more money to get it going, and so he gave it up, which I was happy.
But the whole drive setup with the motor that he mounted on a plate and stuff, was that from a different power hammer or something that he just Frankenstein together?
No, we pulled the old parts off, the old wheel, the old motor, all that stuff off of the contraption that he had, and then sent it to Kevin Willie's, and then Kevin mounted everything to the machine and to that plate. So, and he built the whole belt system and everything. And those belt systems they're pretty sensitive to like the geometry and stuff. So everything's got to be super square and like. So you really got to know what you're doing when you're putting those things together.
Then you got to custom make the belts, probably, right? Those are pretty easy.
I think they're stapled
together, right?
Yeah. You can just buy those and then just they're I can't remember the name of the clips, but yeah, they're like these teeth that go into that sort of interlock into the leather. But yeah, they work great. Yeah.
Paulo, we haven't heard from you in a while. Are you still out there?
Of course.
I think
I'm still there.
Are you taking a nap?
We missed you. I think you had something to say.
No, I got something to say.
Oh, Paulie, I have something to say to you.
Okay, I'm listening. Please, Gabe, please go.
No, I was gonna say I really like those blue handle scales that you put on that last knife that you released.
Tiffany, I got that from knifematerial.it. Thank you, Keith, for providing G10 in Tiffany color. Can't wait for pink.
I can't wait for the next order.
I'm so sorry. I've been out. But to get back on the subject for the mother of all softballs, kilns. This show is sponsored by minihell.eu because they got the next kiln for you. Minihell is the helping hand that helps you when you want something to get hard, While you're at the checkout and buying your next kiln, use Carbon 5 and save 5%. So you buy a great value kiln and you save a little bit. And while you are on there, you can also buy some heat treatment racks and heat treatment foil for stainless steel. So, and if you don't find anything that fits your needs, just go on Instagram and DM Baltazar at Minihell, and he will build something custom for you. Oh, and also, dear listeners, please send in to me, Baltic Blades, any terrible hot takes. I promise your anonymity. I will present them as my own. Maybe if they are terrible, don't send me in those sissy ones like I don't like the show that everybody likes. Don't send me in those. I need some fire. I need some, something that stirs my imagination. So please do DM me those. So, and now back to the show.
Paulie, is Is that Tiffany blue going to be a new color that you offer, or was that a trial thing?
That was a trial. It looks really great, and they really need pink. I did not expect, but I have quite a few female customers that really want blue and pink. That's so strange, but you know, if the market wants it, I have to deliver. So, and I have to find where I can order that fine kydex that has like it's pink, but has the like I don't know how it's called, like the sprinkles on top. You know, it looks like candy.
Yeah, like the donut sprinkles.
Yeah, exactly. So I have to find that, but in 1.5 millimeter thick, so I can make my smaller knives. And I will be, of course, running a short run of my Angus blades that are coated in Cerakote that is pink and baby blue. So it's an interesting venture, but you got to play.
I'll have to look through my business cards. I had a company that will print any picture you want onto the kydex. So I'll have to check and see if I can find that and send it to you.
Any picture.
Any picture.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Any
have
picture.
Baltic Blades, your logo printed all over it, or whatever
Can you do like
want.
a photograph?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, you should do that photo of the bear that I was skinning with your knife on a kydex.
That would be cool. Yeah, and that is a great picture, by the way. Oh, by the way, Gabe, after we finish recording, please send me your shipping information. I got something cooking for you. But so you know, I tried to DM you, but you are very good at ignoring me. So it's maybe the
You didn't
it's
DM
maybe
me.
the
Did you?
I did, but it's maybe the reels that I sent you, so it's fine.
Did you
Benjamin
DM
Camon
me
is
on
over
Anchorage Forge or Anchorage Brewing?
Of course, Forge.
Okay.
Never brewing.
I don't think I got one. I'll look
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
I'll look back.
Yeah. Okay. I'm calling you out on the live air.
You probably didn't push send.
maybe I was nervous, shaking hands,
Your hand was
the
shaking.
Gabe Fletcher.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, my hands are always shaking when I am looking at your feed, not your feet, but your feed. It's like the Damascus patterns and the earrings that you did.
Oh,
by the way,
yeah.
Did you coat them with anything?
Yeah.
Or are they just
Yeah, I did. I coated them with the what is it called? The
Baltic Blade Burnish.
No, gator skin. But I used the Baltic Blade Burnish on all my handles.
You got some?
Yeah.
I don't remember sending you some.
No, I won some at the
Oh right.
Yeah. And that's what I've been using. I like it.
Oh, that's unexpected. Wow. Thank you so much. Oh, it's exciting. Great. Glad that you love it. Yeah. But when I looked at those earrings, maybe like transparent Cerakote would be also an option.
A what?
Right? A transparent Cerakote. It's like a ceramic coating that you would spray on.
Have you guys used that? Is it called gator skin? Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From
I haven't used it because I lent some to Albert and I haven't seen it in like a year.
That stuff works pretty great. Like, I'm impressed. I've been using it on like fittings and stuff, like titanium. Like if I color the titanium or something like that, I'll spray some of that on there. And I've also been using it on the Damascus blades, and it helps keep the pattern on there for much longer.
Is it hard to apply?
Super easy. Super easy. You just spray it on and wipe it off, and it's done. And you can cure it with like a blow dryer or something like that. And then
it dries like
coat on. It dries, like evaporates like really fast. It's pretty stinky, but it evaporates super quick, and you can't even tell it's on there.
Stinky like burning micarta, or horn stinky?
Like very chemical smell, like strong chemical smell.
But I guess when it evaporates, there is nothing left. So
yes. Yeah. Supposedly it's like food safe and all that kind of stuff, and it's abrasion resistant. But Yeah, I've been using it quite a bit. It's good stuff.
So you just etch the blade, and there is no surface preparation any other, and you just apply the gator skin, right?
Yep. And I've been
Oh.
using it on like monosteel blades as well.
Mm.
And it'll keep the monosteel from patining as quickly.
Oh, okay. I thought like you do a deep dark edge and then you keep the darkness, but you are
You could do
actually
that as
preventing.
well. You could do that as well, but I also like if it's just like a satin finish knife, you can spray that stuff on there, and it'll keep it from rusting or getting like a lot of patina on it.
That sounds great. Like
Yeah.
an actually good product.
Yeah. No, I mean, you could put it, right on your blades before you put the handles on.
Makes sense. It really depends, I guess, how long does it hold. But like outdoor knives have way more abrasion in their work than like kitchen knives, I guess.
Yeah.
But if it helps, it helps.
It definitely helps. There's no doubt about it. So, and I mean, anybody could apply this stuff. Like you could give it to a customer, or you could tell them about it. And they could apply it every 6 months or something like that. And I
Oh,
haven't
you
done
mean
any
it holds?
what's that?
You mean that it holds like for that long? Like
Yeah.
like no way.
Yeah.
Like half a year? I thought like it was like a few weeks, if you're using the knife in the kitchen, but I mean,
No, I mean, I have a knife at home I've been using it with, and this is my wife's knife, and I re-etched her knife and sort of like reprofiled it and did some work on it, and then I put that gator skin on there, and she's been using it a lot, and like there's no patina on the knife; it just looks like brand new. And normally with Damascus, like the minute you cut into something, it's just like see it and it never goes away. So, but it looks brand new still.
that's actually insane. That is way better performance than I did expect. Just because it's like a kitchen knife. You also, when you wash it, you have to be very careful with it, not to scrub too much.
Yeah,
not to remove the
when you
parchment.
wash it, everything just beads off. All the water beads off, and that's sort of a indication that it's still on there. So that's how you can tell it's actually still on there. If the water stops beading, then you should reapply. But as long as it's beading, like it's on there. The coating's on there.
But have you noticed? Does it change any of the like cutting performance?
No, not at all.
Hmm.
I mean, I
Interesting.
sharpen it. I still sharpen the knives, so it's not on the cutting edge. It's just on the face.
I'm talking more about the like food sticking. If
Yeah.
it beats off the moisture, it should maybe cut better then.
I haven't noticed any like huge difference as far as
So
that's
minimal.
concerned. I suppose it could, but I mean that's like I don't know. Sometimes cutting performance is I don't know.
Hot takes coming.
What's
Yeah,
that?
I smell it. I smell a hot take. I smell a hot take.
I think some people get a little too technical with the cutting performance. As far as like there's no such thing as like a non-stick knife. I suppose if you have like a really deep S grind or something like that, but something's still gonna stick somewhere. It's just I don't know. I've been messing around with all kinds of different grinds lately, and geometry does make a huge difference. But I don't know that if you had that Cerakote, or not the Cerakote, but the gator skin on there, that it's going to actually help with the cutting performance at all. It wouldn't be noticeable anyways.
Well, since we're talking about Baker Forge products, I've been thinking about getting that Gator Piss Max. Have you tried that on any of the stainless that you've been working on, Gabe?
I haven't made any stainless yet. So I had just gotten the Baudrillard, and then I had like a lot of work to do after that. So I'm going to be messing around with it here in the next couple weeks. I think the first billets, and my big goal with it is to try and create some of the patterns that I do now in stainless steel, which I haven't really seen anybody do yet. So, And maybe there's someone, but I haven't noticed. I haven't seen anybody do any. I mean, Will the artificery definitely, but I haven't seen like any like real fine work, I guess.
Well, this might be spilling the beans a little bit about the Edge of Hope project we got coming up, but you have a piece of Damas steel coming to you, so you can
Oh
work
yeah,
on that with your new power hammer.
yeah, for sure. No, I'm looking forward to forging that out actually, for sure. But I don't know if you've ever forged like Albert. Have you ever forged like big chunks of stainless steel, like big billets or anything like that?
What does big billet mean? I mean,
Uh,
we've forged some, yes, but not like really heavy
I mean, like
billets.
like a real tall stack that you're gonna make, Damascus out of or something.
Like, let's say 3 kilograms. I think that was about it. What we did. Let me do the conversion. So 3 kilograms. What's that? So 6 pounds, maybe up to 11 pounds. That's the biggest ones we did.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking like 20 pounds.
Yeah, that's way more. That's
Yeah,
like 10 kilograms. So that's a big billet. Yeah. No, we
yeah,
haven't done big billets like that. No. And we fucked up quite a few stainless Damascus billets, to be honest.
yeah.
So they delaminated on us, and the Damas steel billets they crumbled. So
Do you have
we
a PID on your?
on the forge
Yeah.
the Damas steel stuff we forged in an electric kiln even, but still we don't know what happened there. With
I
the
wonder,
stainless, we have a PID in our forge. Yes.
are they more like laminates though, or are they like full on stainless to
That was
stainless?
full on stainless martensitic, so like normal Damascus, right?
Okay.
But it was two very expensive mistakes we made. So we stopped doing stainless Damascus for now because we
Uh,
got frustrated. I mean, it's obvious that you lose like a few €100 with a few billets. So
are you canning it?
no, welding it shut.
Okay. Yeah, you got to
Maybe
can.
maybe we should have done that. Yeah.
You got to can it and feed gas through it.
Yeah, argon, right?
Yeah, argon. Yeah, that's kind of the only way.
Yeah.
I tried to do the just canning it, but you have to have the gas running through it as well.
Yeah, we had I think Sheer Knives is the one who said he makes the can even out of like heat treatable stainless steel because he's paranoid that it's gonna screw it up.
Yeah, I don't do that. I just use mild steel, but I've only done it once, and I I made this big billet thinking I could do it like no problem, and I had my 25-ton press and my 110-pound yin yang, and I heated it up and put it under the hammer, and I think it moved like 1/8 of an inch or something like that. It was like hitting a solid rock. Like it
Mhm.
did not move. It did not want to move. And I was like, okay. I think I forged on that thing for 8 hours, and I finally got it into a bar, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm stopping. I'm not gonna do this anymore until I have the proper equipment. So actually, I had a forge built just for it as well.
What did you get built?
Have you seen that new forge that Baker Forge just got like not too long ago? I don't know if you've seen it.
The
or
one
not.
from Brian House, the Helios?
No. He got one
Different
from the
one.
same guy that built mine. The one that he got is actually based on the one that I had made, and it's like one of those half dome ones, and it's huge, and the burner's up really high, so there's never any flame touching the billet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just ambient temperature that's creating the heat, so it's really even heat versus in most, even if the flame, like even in the Apollo forge, if it's spinning, you're still getting a hot spot up top, because if you have a taller billet, it's just blowing on the side because the the flame is not high enough. It needs to be higher. So I think mine is like 18 inches up or something like that, or 13 inches.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing a video of it. You have like a huge door on the front that lifts like straight up, right?
Yeah. It looks like a castle or something. I don't know. It's like
Is
a
that thing
drop.
hydraulic or just like on counterweights?
It's on counterweights on chains. So you just there's these big blocks of steel filled with concrete, and it's balanced perfectly, so you can just use your finger to lower it or bring it up or down. So, yeah, it works good. I haven't used it yet, really, just because it's way overkill for just doing regular carbon steel. So I still use my Apollo, the one that I welded two of them together with, and that still works good for what I'm doing with just forging knives. But I mean, this thing is so big. There's so much area inside, and when you open that door, there's so much heat that comes out. Like I had to wear a face mask in order to get the piece out of the oven. So I ended up adjusting the airflow, and that made it a lot better. And then I bricked up sort of around the door, so the door actually shuts on a couple bricks. So there's just kind of like a little opening instead of opening like the whole face of the forge, which is a giant space, and you have all that heat coming out at once. So some changes I had to make. But yeah, my forge in general, like the whole shop, I'm just about done with it. I mean, I don't think I could fit anything else in there. I pretty much have everything I'll ever need. So I'm I'll probably eat my words, but I'm kind of done buying equipment for a while.
I think that's what everyone thinks when they get a new piece. Move the whole shop around, and you think you're done.
Yeah. So, but I have a lot of equipment in there. It's pretty set up. I think one thing I might get in the future is an exhaust hood for the actual forges, so it can suck some of that heat out. I have a question for you, Albert. Do you guys have exhaust hoods for your forges, or do they just burn into the shop?
Yes, we have a whole exhaust system also for the power hammers. So we have pipes all over our shop, and also for welding, for the welding tables, and for the forges, and for all the power hammers, because our power hammers, they spit oil because they're all self-contained air power hammers. Yeah. And you somehow have to get the oil mist out of your shop.
Oh yeah, I piped mine into a bucket.
Okay.
From the exhaust, I piped it into a bucket so it doesn't. You know how it has the little exhaust port?
Yeah.
So I threaded a pipe and ran it into a bucket, so it just missed into a bucket. It doesn't go out into the atmosphere.
But it helps. It helps. It helps a lot, actually, because we had this, I don't know what it's called, a device that measures the air pollution in your shop.
Oh yeah.
And it has an alarm that goes off at a certain threshold. And when we were forging back in the days without the exhaust system in our shop, it was like going off all the time. So
like a CO2 sensor?
Yeah, not just a CO2 sensor, but it measures air pollution by parts per million or something. So it's not just CO2, but also the oil mist in the air and everything. And as soon as we started forging, like half an hour later, the alarm would go off. But as soon as we installed our exhaust system, it's perfect. So there's no alarm going off at any time. So it helps a lot.
Yeah.
And we have a big shop, so with very high ceiling and everything. So it's not, we were not forging in the garage where this can happen pretty quickly. But even in a big shop, it's not that healthy, I guess.
No, I always think about that kind of stuff. I'm just like, that's why I've been getting into like I like the water mist systems, and even my surface grinder, I have coolant going on it, so when I'm grinding billets and stuff, it's not throwing dust around and stuff. It's pretty nice.
And that's quite surprising. I think for the people who don't know Albert shop, it's probably like if you went to an auto mechanic shop and they had like a 4-bay shop there. So it's really high ceilings and pretty big. And for that alarm to go off just running a small forge is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Stuff you're pumping into the air.
I had bought some carbon monoxide detectors because I was curious. Like, I don't know how much carbon monoxide those the forges give off. I see people run them in their garages all the time and close shops without any exhaust, and it was kind of surprising. I didn't really get the alarms never go off for the carbon monoxide, but I thought that they would, but I'm not sure why they don't. But I don't know. Do you know if like those burners give off carbon monoxide? I mean, they should, right?
I think so, yeah.
But I set some up right around the forge and it never went off. I still have them there and they never go off, even if I have the door shut.
But you also have a big shop, don't you?
Yeah. I mean,
there's some air movement. I think it's not completely air sealed or airtight, your shop, right? So
yeah. Usually when I do run I normally have the big garage door like half open or something like that. But yeah, otherwise it gets way too hot in there too. That's kind of why I want to get the exhaust hood, so I could run it with the door shut and it'll take the heat out and the carbon monoxide and all that stuff.
Isn't like carbon monoxide the byproduct of just burning a fire? And I guess it's heavier than air.
Yeah.
So if you have like adequate ventilation, it moves out of the shop and it is fine. So it has actually to build from the ground up until the sensors that you have or your nose, you won't feel it, but you'll just feel dizzy. Guess how I know? But yeah. So ventilation is key.
Yeah. Also, burning gas in your shop also makes a lot of moisture. If you have machines and stuff open in a smaller shop and you're running a forge for a long time, stuff can start rusting on you like crazy.
Yeah, I wonder if that's different if you're using like propane versus natural gas. I use natural gas. I don't have like a tank or anything. It just plumbed right to the building. I was kind of wondering if propane creates more moisture than natural gas.
Yeah, I think it does. We use propane burners, like if we're doing a new installation in like a new house. And in the wintertime, it's really crazy. Like there's like water droplets coming off of the ceiling and shit by the time you're done. If you work there a couple of days, so it does introduce a lot of moisture. At least propane does.
Oh, by the way, Gabe, you said that you are fully set in the shop. One question is, do you have a mill?
I do.
You are fully set. You don't need anything more. Surface grinder, power hammers, forge, a mill.
Yeah,
it's all done.
Yeah, I got
beer production.
I don't have a CNC mill, but
yeah, you don't need one now.
Yeah,
currently. Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, I have a Bridgeport mill, and it works fine. Does what I need to do.
What do you use it the most for?
I use it for a drill a lot, to be honest.
I knew it.
But like, when I was visiting Ben, he showed me how he does his handles and stuff, and so I use it to make those little fittings and stuff. But other than that, that's probably the most technical thing I use it for, which isn't very technical. So
we can tell from your Instagram post that you visited Ben. One of those last few knives that you made.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I've been. I hadn't really. I started making the butt cap a little bit, but I hadn't made the front bolster where he has like the 4 screws in and shapes it and everything by hand. I hadn't really done that yet. So I had a few knives that I had finished that didn't have integral bolsters because that's what I normally do. And I just decided to give it a shot because, he showed me how to do it. So I was like, it's pretty hard. I mean, it's not that hard, but it's way more difficult than just slapping any kind of material up there and all the screws and the depths and all that stuff. I mean, a lot of people think like his fittings are made by like a CNC machine or something like that, but they're all done on just like a drill press. That's it. So it's not even a mill. He just uses a drill press. So it's there's a bunch of tricks and stuff that he does. So it's pretty good stuff.
Nice. We are approaching the 1 hour mark now. So, is there any new projects you got going on? You got anything going on in the brewery you want to give a shout out
Yeah,
or talk about?
yeah, I got a bunch of stuff going on, honestly. Well, I just got back from Japan and Hawaii, so that was pretty incredible. Just seeing all the culture over there in Japan, and picked up a knife while I was over there from this guy Hashimoto Sochi. Have you heard of this guy?
No,
No,
I
no,
haven't.
no.
Yeah, you guys should follow him on Instagram. He's like incredible. He's this real young guy, but he's making, I think, the best Damascus in Japan by far. And like he's a true artist. And yeah, look up his work. It's incredible. But like the knife that I bought, it has 24 different kind of steels in it. It's it's insane. It's just super organic, super flowy, and but then he sells the knives without a handle. So I'm gonna make a handle for it actually this week. So kind of looking forward to that. And then yeah, forged a knife over in Hawaii with Neil recently, Neil Kamimura. That's the one I just finished on my Instagram. I gave it to my brother-in-law, who's a chef here at the brewery, and that knife's like full-on Ben Camone style. I said in my post, "Oh man, I'm gonna get a cease and assist from Ben from this one." But yeah, other than that, I'm making Montana Knife Company,
Yeah.
Josh Smith. They're opening up their new facility here in April, and they asked me to make a beer for Montana Knife Company for the opening of their facility. So yeah, we brought in malt and hops from Montana, and then we're going to be brewing it with Alaska glacier water, and then sending it down there for the release. So that'll be pretty fun.
Are you gonna be there for the grand opening or?
I maybe I'm not 100% sure. He invited me down for sure, but I don't know. We'll see. I have a lot of stuff going on, and then I just have a lot. I'm going to be doing my journeyman test this year for um, the ABS at Blade Show. So I got to make those 5 knives, and I'm going to be flying down to Steve Schwarzer's shop in Florida, doing my performance test there, and so that's definitely going to be a challenge to get all those done. And then
So what are you making for knives?
so I think I'm going a little different. There's kind of like a little group of us doing it together. So it's like me, Josh, Prince, Mareko, and Nick Anderson, Nada Knives. And so it'll be kind of we have a little group chat going and just talking about different things that we're going to do. We're all kind of trying to push the boundaries of it and doing like different knives, not like I don't know if you've ever seen the journeyman sets before, but they all kind of look the same sometimes. So I'm going a little more culinary. So I'm going to do like a Chinese cleaver. I'm going to do just like an integral Giotto. And then what else? Oh, I'm going to do a bread knife.
Nice.
And I'm going to do like a hunter, like an integral hunter. And then I haven't figured out the fourth one. It's I thought about doing like a Deba or something like that, just something a little different. Nick's doing a big tuna sword with a hamon, so that's going to be pretty out of the box.
Yeah, I think you have to use monosteel, right? You're not allowed to
Yeah,
use Damascus. Yeah.
yeah, but you can do hamons. It does say that you can do hamons, so I thought about doing hamons as well, but I don't know. It's just like another step to making these knives perfect. I don't know if I want to go down that route or not. We'll see. But yeah, other than that, been I still have some collabs I need to finish, like beer knife collabs. I got the one with Fingal is done. The beer is done. I just need to make the knife and send it to him, and then we'll release that one here soon. And then I got a couple other ones with the local guy here, Spencer. With that, I'm doing some stuff with some Woots, and then Adam DeRozier in Southeast Alaska. I got to do some stuff for him too. So yeah, got plenty going on.
Then you gotta get all those knives ready for Knife Show Austria, where we will see you again, right?
Yeah, I hope so. We'll see. And then I got to get knives ready for Blade Show as well. So yeah, I think I'll probably end up doing the same thing I did last year and not sell any of the knives at one of the other shows. So I have more knives to show at the show. Because right now I can't keep knives. Like people just want them, but what am I supposed to do? Like, how do I make knives? I just gotta like not sell them, which is sort of a weird thing. But
It's a good problem to have, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but I mean, most of my knives they just take so long to make. Yeah, I have this pile of knives going right now, and but it's all forged stuff. So now I got to do all the finish work, which I'm not looking forward to. But
nice. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show again. All the listeners, you can find them at Instagram, right? What's your?
Yep. Yeah, Anchorage Forge on Instagram. Anchorage Brewing if you're into beer.
And crap, I forgot. I got that one out. I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh no, I won't.
But thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I really enjoy your guys' show just because you guys talk about like technical things to do with knife making and stuff, and that's more enjoyable than just the general bullshitting and talking about whatever.
So are you saying that we're the #1 podcast on this German-fested planet?
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I knew
awesome. I think that's a wrap, guys. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
Perfect. All right. We'll talk to you guys all next week. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.